Volkswagen, the car that came from its Nazi origins to its post-war resurrection, through its breakthrough among young counterculture Americans in the 60s, to its popularity in Mexico in the 70s and 80s, and finally to the revamped Bug that hit U.S. shores in the 90s. The compact car was a product of Adolf Hitler's desire for an affordable vehicle that would help ease Germany's families into a future full of autobahns and technological innovation. The company that manufactured the Beetle was called Volkswagen Work, and it was created in 1938. The first models rolled off the assembly lines in Wolfsburg, Germany. At the end of the 50s, Beetles were selling well in West Germany among the middle class from 1957 to 1963. And at this point, the company's Nazi past had been largely forgotten by consumers. Volkswagen started selling cars in North America in the 50s and in the 60s. The car exploded in popularity. By the end of the 60s, the car was embraced by a demographic that was exactly the opposite of Hitler's homogenized ideal. The Bug had become a hippie symbol thanks to its unconventional look and groundbreaking ad campaign. In the 70s, Mexico emerged as a new market for the Bug. In 1971, Mexico introduced Beetle taxis known locally as El Vocho and El Vochito, and that was the beginning of the Volkswagen positioning as a typically Mexican automobile. The Bug proved particularly popular among the urban middle class in Mexico. In recent years, Volkswagens have become part of a new subculture amongst car enthusiasts. I decided to take a further look into the way the subculture has evolved by attempting a new annual car meet called Bugs Camp. I talked to Carlos Castañeda, one of the main event planners, and he explains to us the way the subculture has transformed from Mexico to the US through cultural diffusion.
Viene con nosotros, ¿verdad? Porque somos latinos. Si tú emigras, en mi caso, que vengo de México, cuando emigras con todos tus conocimientos y toda tu cultura, todas tus pasiones, estás en un país nuevo y empiezas a buscar gente que le apasione lo mismo.
Everyone in this subculture has a different story as to how they became involved. Some describe this culture as a generational custom that they want to keep passing on.
I've seen some pictures of my family, my uncle, and a couple of uncles that had Volkswagens since they were young. I don't know if that was a virus that was just kind of brought down in the family, and ever since I was 15, 16, we ended up having Volkswagens of all sorts, you know.
The opinions about the Volkswagen subculture in the US, and more specifically Texas, vary, but it can be described as expansive, enjoyable, and culturally diverse.
I think everywhere in the U.S., Mexico, it's coming back and pretty strong. So, you know, throughout the U.S., there's quite a bit. And here in Texas, as you can see, this is the first event for Carlos, and it has a very good turnout.
Pues es una cultura que ha estado por mucho tiempo, pero cada vez sigue creciendo más y más. Se está renovando la cultura de Volkswagen aquí en Texas. Cada vez es más grande.
The family for Volkswagen in Texas is strong, and you know, it's a lot of people from Mexico bringing the car there too, and that's awesome. You know what I mean? Like a mix, you know, Germany, Mexican, everything, you know, mixed. So that's perfect for me. It's perfect. Man. It's like a one family.
This subculture has vastly strayed from the fascist origins of the Volkswagen. The vehicles have been reclaimed from its Nazi past to a tight-knit community of friendship and family.
En la calle te encuentras siempre con gente que te está diciendo, hey, qué buen carro, me gusta, hey, I like it. Yo tenía uno, mi abuelo, empiezan a platicar historias de los autos y los vehículos que han tenido.
You know, a lot of these car meets that we go to, there's a lot of friends that come out from all over this. A lot of from Mexico, a lot of friends from Mexico, a lot of people from the States. And so it's more of a gathering of a lot of friendship and just a place to show your toys, you know, and it's a good gathering. It's very fun.